Hey, how you doing, guys? 11 Charlie SC here with another video. Today I want to make a video of an upgrade for the Arrma Kraton 6S. The upgrade that we're gonna do is going to be the RPM A-arms front and back, and I already started on them. Like I had never worked on a Arrma Kraton before, so I'm learning this here. Just bear with me. So I just did one side to learn how to do that, and to show you guys if I've run into any problems. And so far it's easy. What I did was I just did the one side. I don't like to take everything out and all that stuff, especially like I said, I'm learning on this, and I'd rather do one side than go to the other to guide me and into taking the parts and putting back together. Make sure they go back the same way, especially with this crazy veteran. I forget stuff a lot, so let's get into it real quick. What I want to show you is that I notice is right out the back, right out the bat, you cannot go wrong with RPMs. Awesome. I always love RPMs. Those hard plastic, it's better quality. And what I notice is in the on the play, you have an A-arm. I'm gonna go this way, and I'm just gonna move this right here. You see, that's the stock A-arm from the Arrma. You see all that play that you have, and this side that go right here, this is the RPM one. So you see it's a big difference. So a big difference on your suspension. So and the same thing, I already did the one side and the rear. Let me show you real quick, guys. Here you go. So on this side is the stock one. You see that play, the same play you see in the front, and over here this is the RPM one. The play is totally different. It's different. The stock has a lot of play on it. This side, and it's not that much. It's barely, barely. You can see what else? Like I said, guys, the putting it together is easy. Just take your time and doing it, and it should be, you shouldn't have no problem with it. Actually, let's do this. I'm gonna do the 4 hours, see how long this video take. Hopefully not that much, so I could let's work on it, and let's get into it. What I did was I started on the top one first, then went from top to the bottom one. Okay, for this I'm using 2.5 millimeter. Make sure these spacers right here, don't lose them. This one, this is the top one, so make sure. That's why I did one side at a time, so I will use the other side as guidance. Okay, so now what we gotta do here, let me see if you can see, if we're just gonna take this screw right here on this side. Let's see if you guys can see. There you go. Easy. That's all it is. And over here we have some spacers. Let me see, you guys can see. You guys can see there. You see the spacers right there. Got 2 on that side and the one thick one on this side. So you make sure when you put it back, it goes the same way. You know, the tool goes to the back of the A-arm. Okay, so make sure you don't lose them. See this too? Them two, they go towards the rear of that A-arm, and this one is the one that goes on the front. It's a thicker one. So this is the A-arm from Arrma. Let's do this. Also, let me show you. This is the part number for the upper and lower A-arms. See, that's part number 81482 RPM. Like I said, you cannot go wrong with RPM. And let me show you. This is the rear ones. Rear A-arm for the Arrma Kraton. 81402. Okay, so let's do this. This is the RPM one. Okay, make sure I do this the right way. There are different ways, you know. Some people know, you know, how to do all this stuff easier than. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I do what works for me. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to put that spacer on. There you go. That's it. Now I will put those two on the rear side, and that's it. Like I said, nothing out of this world. Let me show you guys. See, it went the same way. Those two spacers, I don't know. You guys can see that the light. There you go. So we put here 2 spacers and 1 spacer, thicker one, on the front. Sorry, you guys, for moving you too much. Now we're gonna do the bottom one. So this one I'm gonna do now. Let's take the shock. I believe this one is yeah, this one is 2.0 millimeter. There you go. That's a screw to hold into the shock. This comes out. So make sure that's for the shock. That's done right there. Now we're doing the sway bar, and I believe that is that a 2 point? Yes. That's it. I just take the pin off. Yeah. On this one, I forgot to mention, there's a screw here, set screw. We gotta take that off and make sure what I did on the other one is I don't want to pull this off. There you go. This is a handy tool right here, so you won't mess up none of the hinge pins or none of that stuff. I mentioned it early in the other video, and this is a must-have tool on that. So that came off. This is it's a 2.5. Okay, that's out. And on the bottom one over here, make sure you don't use this spacer. This is the one that goes on the bottom, remember? And the other one, this one, is the one that goes on top. This one is metal. The top one is plastic. Okay, so that's it to it. Put this right here. Let me show you guys. That's a set screw I was telling you about. And that's a 2.0. And see right here, this is the bottom one of the RPN. So first thing I did is put that set screw in there. Try to do the same put the same size of the other one. I don't know, you can see it there. Yep, right here. So the top part. Okay. So now let's put it back together again. There you go. Now, just put it back. Everything together the same way. This was a 2. Oh. That sway bar is on. Now what I'm gonna do is the shocks. And like the other side, it goes on the first hole, first one. See this first part right here? See right here, it goes on the first one. Kind of like the stock shocks were. There you go. That's it. And we have a 2-point. Just to hold that pin down. Don't go too crazy on it. Right there. Hope you guys can see that. So that's basically it on the, we're almost done on it. Okay, put the dog bone in it. Now, remember the bottom one had the spacer, the metal spacer goes there. So I make sure it goes straight. It won't go in crooked or not. And the top part. I thought I had the seal bearings on kit for it. I didn't, so I just want to get that rubber seal bearings, and I should have, if I would have got that, it'll be a lot easier, you know, to do. Now second spacer, remember the top one that I told you guys, plastic one goes here on top. Now I'm gonna have to take it apart. It's not bad, you know. I would have had them just one shot. Do this seal bearing and rubber seal bearings on it too. Gotta make sure it goes in. There you go. So that's it for the front, guys. RPM, you know, A-arms. Now you just gotta do is put the bumper back. So guys, this is what we got. I finished putting the T-bone racing bumper. You know, everything is put back in place. The upper and lower A-arm from RPM. And it's awesome. Like you guys saw in the video earlier, you saw the, let me say you get guys down here. You guys saw the play, the play that it was in the front. So now it's totally different. The suspension more steady. You know, no play on it. Just it's a minimum. And awesome. And when we do runs and stuff, that's when I should notice the handling on Kraton. So so that's it, guys, on the front. The installation. Hopefully this is my first how-to complete. You know, I always get the parts, install it, and show you guys and tell you any tips on how to do it. So this is my first complete, like you would say, installation on any parts on the RC. So this is Arrma Kraton. I will make another part. Like I said in the other video, it took too long for me, and we'll make a second part doing the rear. So stay tuned with that. For that, thank you for watching, guys. 11 Charlie RC here. Or be safe, guys.